Hey fellow Vault Hunters, Johnny5 Alive here, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys how I reduced my ability on Amara to nearly instant. And with this guide you should be able to replicate this glitch on Amara yourselves, and hopefully this even works on the other Vault Hunters. So stay tuned and let's check it out. Welcome back everyone, so let's dive right into this. First off, I want to state that I ran into this bug by accident while messing around with respecs and various cooldown reduction items. I suddenly found myself with a 2-second cooldown and decided to figure out the replication steps. I started scouring Google, Reddit to see if anyone else had discovered this yet, and I didn't come up with anything, so that's why I'm making this video here for you today. So as you can see in the background, I'm using various Amara abilities with a cooldown of less than 2 seconds. So let's dive into game and I can show you firsthand how I did this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in game, and as you can see, my cooldown on my ability is extremely short. So one thing to note about this glitch, it will reset upon every session. So we're gonna have to reset it back every time we restart the game. So let's restart the game and I can show you how I pulled this off from scratch. All right, we're back into a new game and I'll show you the ability here. It's gonna take quite a long time to get back. However, still pretty fast in comparison. You can see that that was only about 10 seconds or so. Now, the reason for that is my cooldown reduction abilities and items. As you can see, I do have a class mod that increases cooldown reduction the more stacks of rush I have, as well as an artifact that reduces cooldown by 21%. Now, don't forget about your guardian ranks. I have 12% action skill down reduction, and that's going to be a very key point of this glitch. So what you want to do is exactly that. Put on as much cooldown reduction stuff as possible. And I think this glitch might be tied to the guardian rank action skill cooldown. So in order for this to work, you're going to have to be level 50, I believe. Now, obviously these reductions are also very helpful. I had a few friends try this out that had no guardian ranks and no cooldown reductions, and it was not working for them. So let me show you how I did this. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to cast the ability, go over here, respec. The moment we quit over respec, hit K on the keyboard for skills, and we're going to dump points into Restless. Restless reduces your cooldown rate by 25%. We're going to quit out of that, cast our ability. You can see it's already down to 5 seconds. Respec, bump out, go into your skills, do the same thing, bump back out, 4 seconds, respec. Three seconds. 2 seconds. There we go. I think that's about as fast as we can get it, down to 2 seconds there. Now let me go show you that this remains this way for the entire session of the game. So we're going to just go to a random place. So here we are in Ascension Bluff. Now keep in mind I don't have any abilities put into anything here, so my character is going to be fairly weak, and I'm on Mayhem 3 mode. But just to give this a quick test on some enemies, there we go. 2-second cooldown. We can spam this to our heart's content. And even that alone is very powerful. Imagine if I put more skill points into the skill tree, made some builds around this. Now, before we end off the video, there's some things that we want to go over here, because this is Amara only that I've been able to test this with. And as you can see here, I only have 355 gold. I have tested this thoroughly, and I can get it to work every single game. And it doesn't take much setup at all, as you guys saw how quickly that went. You're just putting points into Restless and respecking essentially. So will this work on the other Vault Hunters? Well, I'm assuming that other Vault Hunters do have cooldown rate reduction, and then you mix that with some items that reduce your cooldown rate. This in theory should work with the other Vault Hunters. However, I'm unable to confirm. That's where you guys come in. So if you're playing a different Vault Hunter, you have some cooldown reduction items, you have some guardian ranks reducing your action skill cooldown, then you should be able to test this glitch. So let me know down in the comments below if this is working for the other Vault Hunters, and if you're having success with this on Amara like I am. I have tried this with nothing equipped. I took off everything and I was still able to get the glitch to work, but because my action skill down cooldown rate was so low without these additional items, it just took me 10 times longer. I had to do the process many more times. So keep that in mind and let me know if this works for the other Vault Hunters, because I think it would be absolutely crazy to have an instantaneous deployable mech on Moze, making you essentially a mech gun Zerker of Borderlands 3. So this is probably going to get patched as soon as possible, so be sure to go in there and have fun with this. If this isn't fun enough for you, check this out. I'll make a separate video on this, but if I put all my points into these two abilities, which create buffs based off of rush stacks, I have an ability here. If you ever find the Primeval Spectral Phase Zerker, I mean, this is only a level 14 one, and I found this very early on in the game. This is key to making some pretty crazy builds out of this glitch, because as you can see, it adds an additional 5 stacks of rush, but instead of consuming, normally you consume your stacks of rush when using an ability, but this allows you to gain max stacks. Now, watch what happens with this. Look at the bottom on the buff bar. Because we're casting this ability so frequently, the buff stacks are actually just multiplying. And now I'm at 24, now I'm at 38. I could actually get the cooldown a little bit smaller too. But I average about 80 stacks of each. Now 80 stacks times the 4.5 or whatever, you're looking at like a 300% action skill bonus once this is fully stacked. Now you can make some pretty crazy builds just around that alone. So I'm going to make some more videos on that, so be sure to subscribe and check back in so I can show you what I can do with these crazy stacks and super short cooldowns with Amara. So I'm going to play around with this further and make some builds. I'd love for you guys to hear what kind of things you come up with this, and if it worked for you, let me know down in the comments below. If you guys found this video helpful in any way, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more Borderlands videos, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye now.